Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Attingham Park. Now today is the 1st of February, and I'll be honest, there is not actually that much for us to do. We're going to move some of that maize silage across into the pit. The maize, what is it? It's forage, chopped maize. That's the one. We're going to move some of that into the pit, but we don't really have anything to do because the fields, they're ready to go, but we can't yet seed. So one thing I do want to do is actually to do some planning. So we have got fields 3, 12, 25 and 27. So let's add an entry. Field number 3. Let's just add, we'll leave it empty. 5, I think? Is that right? No. 12. So let's change that. I'm going crazy. 25. Yep. And 27. There we go. So, field 12. Let's have a look at field 12. So, current fruit is nothing. Planned is going to be the soybeans. Lime is done. Ploughing, not needed. Mulching, not needed. Roller is will be needed. Fertilizer type 1. So we did not use any fertilizer, but it doesn't need it, so we're just going to tick yes for each of these. Grooming for weeds, not needed yet. Spraying, not needed yet. Stones, we're going to tick done. So that means field 3, we now know what we need to do. We don't need to do any fertilizer. We will probably need to do weeds after. No stones needed. Rolling is going to be needed once we seed it. So in fact, we should say not need, because we don't need to do rolling yet. Right, now field 25. Field 25 is what I said was going to be sorghum. I'm trying to remember. So field 25, current fruit nothing. It's going to be sorghum. There we go. Lime is needed, but we can't do it. Mulching, not needed. Ploughing, not needed. Rolling, not needed. Fertilizer level 1 is done. Now, technically, we don't need these. This is base game, but we should check later on to make sure everything is fine and then it's done. Weeds, not needed right now. Spraying, not needed. Stones, done. Okay, now just remember we do have another field, which is field... Where on earth is it? This one, field 5. Yeah, we do have field 5. I thought we didn't have a field 5. I thought I was going crazy, but we do. So field 5, current fruit, wheat, planned, we don't know yet. Lime. Lime is going to be needed. Mulching, not needed. Ploughing, not needed. Not right now. Rolling was done. Fertilizer level 1, yes. Level 2, no. Weeds, grooming, not need. Spray is done. Stones, we're done. Okay. Oh, it's annoying that they do it like that. So I don't know what's going to go in afterwards. Field 3 is a small field, and field 27. Field 27 is going to be, what's it called in here? Corn. Lime is done. Mulching, not needed. Ploughing, not needed. Rolling, not needed yet. Fertilizer level 1. I don't think we did it. Weeds, not need. Stones, done. So you can see the pattern we're going through here. Oh no, hang on. That was... Current fruit is... How do I set that to nothing? I can't. I can't set that to empty. That's really annoying. Okay. Yeah, that's very annoying. And then field 3. Field 3 is not that big. Problem is I can't get a reading because that's the total area. What should we do in field 3? Let's have a look. So we could do oats, corn, soybeans, sunflowers, potatoes, sugar beet, sorghum, grapes, olives, poplar. I think we should do oats, so that if we get some horses, we'll actually have some oats available. So I go up here to my work plan. Planned fruit is going to be oats. Lime is done. Mulching not needed, ploughing not needed, rolling not needed. Fertilizer level 1. We did fertilise it, but I don't know what we fertilised it to, what we used as the reference. Level 2, don't know. Weeds, don't know. No. Stones, done. Right, so that is what we need to do. So we need to do lime on field 25, but that's next season. We also need to do lime on wheat on number 5, that's next season. Mulching, ploughing, rolling, not needed anywhere. Fertilising is done in most places. No need to do any grooming or spraying, and stones are done everywhere. I say stones are done everywhere. Field 12, I did not actually do the stones. So we set that to not needed. So that is our plan of work for the next few episodes. Now in terms of what we are going to now do, I am going to grab this guy and we're going to be doing some loading. You can see our bank balance is very low. I was going to do a contract job today, but it's not really the right time. There are no contracts available. So then I said, oh, maybe we could do some grass cutting. And I realised we can, but we just don't need it. Not really. We could make grass silage, but I don't think I want to do that just yet. Reason being, I don't have anything to pick the grass up with. And if I don't have anything to pick the grass up with, I'm just going to end up making a mess, because I'm going to end up leaving it all over the floor. I can windrow it, all that kind of stuff, but I will not be able to actually pick it up and put it anywhere. So that's a bit of a dilemma. So instead, it's just going to be a pretty chilled episode actually, because there's no need to rush to get anything done. Yeah, it's a very relaxed episode, and because of that, I'm actually going to put a time up. Because we don't need to be running on _5. We've got nothing to do today. Our sheep are progressing nicely. I'll show you in a second. They're on 80% puberty now. No, 80% reproduction. I'm thinking of the cows. The cows are in puberty mode. Half of them. We'll have a look. So if we come here to the animals. So we've got these cows here, 50% of the way to production. These ones are 27% of the way to puberty. And these guys are 80% of the way to giving birth. So now I'm just going to scoop up a lot of this stuff and put it all into the back of this trailer so that it can be dumped into that pit. Now, because we don't really need the maize silage, I think I'm actually going to leave that pit. Oof, no, I shouldn't. I was going to leave the pit full of just fresh maize until next year. But actually, I don't think that's a very good idea. It's not very realistic to just leave it lying there. Now, originally, I thought it was going to be quite realistic for us to feed this to the sheep. And then I realised we don't need to do that. So if we come over here, right control, right shift, and F, there we go. Sheep will take one of these. Fresh maize, yes. But we don't really need that. We also have sugar beet cut, and because we found out that we can give them fresh grass, it's no longer a big deal having fresh maize to feed to them. We just don't need it. So it doesn't make any sense. Oops. It doesn't make sense to keep a load of fresh maize for the sheep, when actually we can just give them fresh grass. Which is why I think we're going to put this all in the pit, despite the fact that originally I spent ages dumping it over here instead. We will now get it all in the pit instead. Now I do want to upgrade our trailer. I think it would be a great help if we could get a bigger trailer. But right now, as you can see from our balance, it's not really an option. And the reason our balance has dropped so low is because we have several machines on lease, and we're now paying lease fees on the field, the large field, which is why we need to get that field to be productive as soon as possible. Because as soon as it's productive, we can start making ourselves some money. I'm also quite tempted to sell some of the hay. Reason being, we should be able to start making more hay soon, and we have beaucoup of hay, as the French would say, meaning a lot. We also have a fair amount of wool, but I'm saving all of that, because despite the fact that the wool would be nice, as you know, if we had some money from it, we don't need it, not just yet. There's a better price, and we have other things that we could sell instead. So I think I'd rather do that. Now, I don't think I'm going to be able to fit this whole thing in, but we will see how we get on. We really need to buy this JCB as well, so we stop paying lease fees. Okay, and we're full. So put back him into here. It does really need a repair, but again, I can't afford to repair anyone, not right now. This is the problem. When you start running out of money, you then have a real issue. Now, in terms of the sugar beet I've got it up at the BGA. It would make a lot of sense, really, for me to get it cut and then put it into the BGA itself. But to do that, I need to lease the machine that lets us cut. And that requires money, as you know. And right now, we have no money. Now, I am aware that it's not too difficult for us to get money. We have so much stuff stocked up that we can quite easily make some more. It's just a case of working through all of that stock to get some more money coming into the bank. And if we look right here, you can see we've got almost 100,000 litres of fresh maize ready to go. We do also have manure available that we can use. We can put it into the BGA, or we can keep it. I'm thinking we just leave the manure. We just let it pile up until the straw runs out, and we see what we have left at the end. I think that makes a bit more sense. Because we're not desperately in need of it right now, and we seem to actually be creating slurry and manure at the same time. Not like on seasons. Oops, not like on seasons on 19, where if you give them. Oof, what on earth was that move about? Not like on seasons on 19, where if you give them straw, they stop producing slurry. It seems to be very different on here. And you can see we've got a lot here. I think it was 4 trailers worth that I put in at the end. But I hope that you guys don't mind that this is a bit of a odd jobs episode. It's just getting yard work done. Yard work that I could do off camera, but then if I do it off camera, I've got nothing to do on camera with you guys. So it just makes sense for us to do the yard work together. I can talk while I do it, which is a bit more interesting for me, because honestly, loading up trailers and delivering them is quite a boring job. Let's not beat around the bush. It is a really, really boring job doing this. So it's nice to have some company. I know that doesn't really make sense, because I don't have company. You guys will watch this after I've recorded it. But I don't talk to myself when I play. So I talk to you when I record. And of course you watch it afterwards. But that, I don't know. It's really difficult to explain. It's like, because I know that you're going to watch it, and you're going to comment, and yeah, listen to my ramblings, I feel like I'm having a conversation with you, even though that conversation is technically one-sided, because you reply after I've already said everything. I hope that makes sense. I'm sure it doesn't. I'm sure you're all listening to me going, what the hell is he talking about? It's true, it's not the same as a live stream. Live streams are very, very different, because I really am talking to you directly at the time. Albeit, live streams have about 3 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes worth of lag. So, that's another one. Let's hop out, and we can go and deliver this. Come on, there we go. I could do again with that silage we've got in the pit as well. And I did want to make some whole crop silage. But to make whole crop silage, what do I need? I need to pick a field and mow it down. Now, that does mean that perhaps field 3 should be wheat. Or, well no, it doesn't matter what it is, I don't think. I think I can make whole crop silage out of anything. But I will have to double check that in the Maize Plus manual. But I think I can make it out of any crop. And if that is true, then yeah, just plant something in there and then start to mow it down once it gets to full size. Okay, there we go. How are we doing? 103. So we're going to have to do a lot of compacting once this is all finished. Slightly boring today, I know. I think I'm going to get a screenshot. I'm going to get the next trailer done off camera, and I'll come back. Yeah, I'll come back after. I'm about 50% of the way through this last trailer. The problem is everything wants to sneak out the back wall, which is making my life a little bit tricky. But after this there is obviously compacting to do, but oh no, I'm not doing compacting on camera, because the compacting is going to take absolutely ages, I'm certain of it. In fact, I'm wondering if we should actually keep this and we just give it to the sheep. There's not much left. Maybe I just pick up what I can from here, and then everything else we deliver to the sheep themselves. Yeah, see, it all wants to go out the back wall, which is useless. So yeah, the rest of it we'll give to the sheep. We will. Now what I need to do, I need to clear off the flatbed trailer. so that we can go and deliver that. Now, I'm not going to use this guy. He could obviously move the bales quite easily. But I think it's going to be better for me to turn in circles. Yeah. No, it's going to be better for me to actually use the other machine, this one. If I put his spikes on, yeah, he can do the job. So let's get this tipped first. We can see what our grand total is. Come on, come on. Did I turned the engine off like an idiot? It's because I'm playing with no sound like usual, so I can't see. I can't hear when the engine's on. I have to look. Well, this guy also needs a wash. I think we'll finish the episode by giving him a wash. It's probably a good idea. Of course, this trailer up here does have auto load, but I'm concerned about how he's going to load it. Maybe to save time I should just use auto load. It makes sense, wouldn't it? As we've got it, so I need to take those off, which I'll do by hand. This doesn't look like much, but it is actually a substantial amount of maize in here. Obviously it all needs to be compressed, but it's a fairly decent amount. We're going to be able to make a good few trailer loads of maize silage. So I think we will... Where should we put this? By here. Oh, by the way, I cannot remember who it was who left me the comment. I will check and put it on screen. But someone left me a comment about the manure heap. They found a nice manure heap on ModHub. Now, I tried using it. The problem I had was that you can only use it in angles of 45-degree increments. In fact, why don't I just show you? It'll make more sense. Construction, silos. So that's the Attingham Park one, which this one can be rotated any direction. The one that was recommended to me was one called Old Manure Heap. Now if you look, it can only go... Oh no, it's 90 degrees actually. So it's 45 degrees to where we are, which means it won't work, which is really annoying, because that looks like it would have been pretty cool. But unfortunately, it's not going to work. Right, I'm going to get this flatbed unloaded, and then head over to the hay area. But before I do that, I'm just going to quickly... No, I want this. That is looking filthy. So let's give him a quick clean. I often get complaints. Well, in the old series, actually, I used to get a lot of complaints about things not being clean. In this series, no one has mentioned it at all, apart from, I think, Oppies once or twice. But let's try and keep things clean. No point doing that yet. Right, I'm going to get that stuff unloaded. Back in a minute. Alright, I am really hoping this is going to work. But I do have my doubts, I'll be honest. So, let's get into a view where I can actually see. Okay. Now the reason I have doubts is because I don't think... Oh, it did work. Okay. So now I have to try and back up a dolly trailer, which is my least favourite thing in the world to do. But I need to try and get some more. Come on, otherwise it won't be worth the trip to the sell point if I only go with a few bales. I just sort of ram you in. Alright, there we go. So, 54,000 litres. That's a pretty hefty amount. Where are we going to go? These guys are almost out of food again. I need to bring a grass bale across, because this is mineral footer. I think that is... Oh, it's done this again. Mineral footer. I don't remember. Right control, right shift. F. Let's have a look. Mineral feed. So mineral feed only counts as power food. Yeah, so we need to deliver them some grass. Oh, that's annoying. Right. No, I was supposed to be checking where we're going to sell this hay. Best price is currently Attingham livestock bales. Yeah, as per usual. Right. I'm going to jump cut over there. Alright then. This is Attingham bales. Attingham livestock. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I didn't mean to get in your way. No. Oh, come on. I hate traffic. Keep moving. Keep going. Now I can go. Thank you. Hate traffic. Hate it. Almost as much as I hate lights in ETS2. Okay, so let's swing ourselves in here. We know that this is not an easy turn, and I'm not going to make it on the first go. Oh, I was about to say, oh my goodness, I made it. And then I failed. So, external view. Oh, come on. That was just tragic. So, let's undo the tension belts. Huh? Which one is it? That one. Okay, very nice. Not a massive reward, but that is enough to keep us going, just to tick us over. Yeah, and I don't think there's anything else to do apart from to feed the cows. Feed the sheep, actually. So I will get ourselves back to the farm, and I'll see you there. So, of course, this is not really the correct way to do this. But, as the bale forks are all the way down at the other end, it didn't make much sense to come down to the sheep with nothing, put the bale spikes on, and then come all the way back up to grab a bale. So, decided to just take it down like this, and drive very carefully so that we can try and avoid tipping over. Now, I realised something today, during this recording. I was talking about not having a way to pick up the grass, so therefore it doesn't make much sense to actually try and... oi. So yeah, it doesn't make much sense to actually try and cut the grass for silage. But I'm being stupid, because what I can of course do is cut the bales for the animals. That was amazing. I managed to not squash a single animal. Because I did think I would. So, let's have a quick look. Food, how we doing? Yeah, so we now topped up everything a little bit. And that bale's still got a lot left. Okay, I'm just going to put it by there by hand. Let's move this as well before we finish. Yeah, so we could make grass bales, because we are feeding grass bales to the cows and the sheep, which means we're running out of them quite quickly. Still got plenty of hay left, as you will see by here. There's a lot of it. There we go. Yeah, plenty of hay. So grass is the only thing we really need at the moment. That is, we've got, I think, one bale left. Let's just tab up. We've got 2 bales left. Now, admittedly, the cows have got so much food. Really, they've got a massive amount of food. There's no concern with the cows whatsoever. The sheep are the ones that I'm trying to keep on top of everything. Because they've got such a small total food, it's quite difficult to make sure they've always got some of something. Like right now, they've got way too much hay in comparison to the other stuff. Whereas the cows are pretty even. That's the way it should be. More of the top one dropping down. These guys, no, not how it should be. So I do need to fix that, but we need them to have babies, and then that will increase. Anyway, I'm rambling, and that is enough for today. I am going to get that maize silage compacted so that I can then blanket it over, and we can start the process of getting it fermented. For now, though, I thank you all for watching. Have a wonderful evening, and I will see you on the weekend. Bye-bye.